Welcome, welcome. I'm just doing a little art stream today. Just me by myself. So let's get working on. Hopefully the music and stuff still. Yep, the music's still good. Alrighty. Let's see how smooth this goes with Illustrator today. If it decides it wants to work. Don't think we're going to need this many layers. What I do is I have a template that I use for most of my artwork. This way, like, everything stays the same, the grids, the whatever. So I just copy a blank template, leave it in my folders, and then when I'm going to go start something new, I just make a duplicate of it and put new stuff in it and leave that template for other stuff. That's why it usually has like 15 layers in it, because I don't know how many I'm going to use or guess, but that's part of what I've got in the template, so I just leave it. So we're going to work on the hung jury SR4, which just came back to the D2. Figure it was a fitting one to turn into a vectographic. So I'm going to work on that today. Outline. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do that to it. Oops. We don't need that. Question is, kind of shows through. Might have to work on that a little bit. Combine those two. Work on that a little bit. It's okay. Make a duplicate of that. Combine those, so now it's all one shape. What I'm trying to do is block out as much of the main shape as I can. Basics of it. You can see that handle is just a little bit off. It's not completely straight. See how this pops up just a hair. So it's got a little curve to it because of the shapes here, but I might have to fudge some of that and make it work out. Keep pressing the wrong button on my keyboard, that's why it keeps doing that. It's a weirdo. It's a fairly straight line there. So that'll work. Just go ahead and extend that out. Just match it right in there to the inner part of that curve. Yep, did it again. Keep pressing caps lock. I put my keyboard just far enough out of my reach that I can press the correct buttons. Otherwise I'll just keep hitting the wrong ones every time. Okay, straight, straight. There's another straight over here. It's not the same angle though. Pretty close. You can see that angle, it's not square to this angle. I'll have to fudge that in a little bit. That's okay. We'll make it work. Just keep duplicating shapes and rotating angles until we get it blocked out. It's a little off. Should be okay. So I don't like to use the arrow keys sometimes. They jump too much. So we got a slight issue here. There we go. Do the main body, curve, curve, curve. May do one here. Curve, straight. We'll add this afterwards. That's straight through. That'll be an overlay. Overlay. That'll be overlay. Should probably do a straight there. Just because it'll make life easier. I have that pre-done. Good. Let's go ahead and do that here too. Yep, anchor points. Beautiful. Yeah, see what I may do is I may come in here, because that's okay. Even though the drawing's a little bit off, we can fix that. We'll just leave that, because that makes it look line up nice and tight. What we'll probably do is come in and cut this off later. Just make it look that much better. Okay, so now so what we should do is lock it. Don't want to do that because then I can't see it. So I got to start somewhere else and then work around. go out here. What I might do is I might put that might go through and add the line around everything so that I can see it better. Selected. There we go. Let's go down to a 0.25. Can I see that? Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Then I can see my lines. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite here. You know what, though? Too bad I got these beautiful straight lines. But I think I can use them. Yeah, I can. So what I'll do, just use them as guides. I'll make this shape by itself. Making sure that my lines touch each of those straight points as we come through. That way, when I take off, when I combine everything. Okay. So now we have this as an independent shape. So what we'll do is we'll put a box on here, pull it this big, and we'll take big square, this square, combine those, and then we'll take this and we will object, arrange, we're going to send it to back, send it to back. So now I'll bring this forward, and then we'll cut it out. We'll do the opposite. So what we did is essentially we filled in this space since we had two shapes on top of each other, and you can do the minus tool and it will cut one shape out of another one. That's what we did. Instead of leaving our mock-ups of the triangle that was here, keeping our lines straight, we use those as guides to make this circle, or this bean shape in the middle, and then we just used it to cut out instead. So if you've ever worked with Photoshop, or if you've ever done any kind of like artwork in college or school or anywhere, you've got reductive processes and additive processes, so you can either add something to a shape or you can minus something from a shape. So depending on what you're doing, if you're doing sculpting, you may have a block and you have to reduce it in order to find the shape that's inside of it. Or if you're building something like a metal sculpture or whatever, you're welding things on, adding things to it in order to make it come out to the way you want. There's combinations of those things. You can use them interchangeably with each other. They're not exclusive in that manner. So you may want to add a bunch of welded material to a sculpture, and then you may have to take a grinder and cut it all back off, or cut a bunch of it off because it doesn't 100% work the way you need it to. Let's move this. Yeah. Let's fix the pitch angle a little bit. So now, so you can see the same thing. We have two squares. This is one that shows the line of the blocking out that we did, and then this is the new one. This is this curve. And we're just going to add those two together. Boom, one shape now. Easy peasy. We're just going to continue blocking out in very similar ways. And some things you have to do with like angles, so like in realities, because of this shadow, you can see that this has a bend. So this kind of curves around, probably has a loop that comes back around. So it's because it's a very, like, I don't say cylindrical shape, but it has three-dimensional depth to it. So some of these weapons and stuff like that, when they have those 3 dimensions, I just cut them out. So like I'm going to continue this line down straight and then just make it work out. So like I'll go ahead and add this square here. Same thing, additive process, boom, now it makes it one shape. But instead of trying to force this thing to, to curve out, I'm just going to continue that line down instead. So a couple ways I can do that. I can just grab this point, I'm just going to pull it down, or I could have taken and done another additive selection right there. So what I might do, I'll add just a little curve there, and then I'll combine those two. Boom, then we got our little angle there, and it gives it a little, I would say, funkiness here, and we can always clean some of that up later, but keeps that line nice and straight, makes it look pretty. So we got most of that blocking done. That's good. May change that a little bit. I got a little additive materials to do here. But the rest of it's pretty good for the main body, and then the end. So let's go ahead and work on those pieces now. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, try to match this angle if I can. Sometimes the locks in this work, sometimes they're annoying as hell. So, kind of matched what was going on here. Then I'm going to copy, paste it. So I have a duplicate. Shows the angles just a tad off, but that's okay. These just barely go out the bottom. What we're going to do is we're just going to grab this and pull it out a little bit. We're going to take this one. Kind of give them that same kind of angle-ish thing here. This one, so it's not as dramatic. There we go. This one's interesting because you can see that it goes, kind of loops around right there. Yeah, that's that 3D property we're talking about. Let's just make it a little nicer, a little easier. So we're just going to go ahead and combine all three of those, and then we have our little bumps. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Pardon me. So now we've got barrels here. So what I'm going to do, start back here. I'll go to this corner. A lot of this stuff I'm just going to straighten out. just because it has some detail to it, but it's so fuzzy on this image that it's kind of have to do a little guesswork. I'm assuming there's a little, I can see somewhat barrels there. I know it's a scout rifle, so should be good. Straight there. And then here I'll do a little curved edge. And then I'll combine these points again. This way we have a solid shape. Okay, combine. Bingo, bingo, bingo. So there we go. We have the basic shape out, which is good. We'll go ahead and we'll save that real quick. This one's nice because there's not too many cutouts. Like there was another one that I wanted to do that has many more cutouts. It's going to be torturesome, but it's going to look good when I get done with it. So like this is going to be its own layer on top of that with this, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and put that up there. We'll lock down the blue. It'll be there, but we won't have it messing with all of our stuff. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. The buttstock here. Do very similar ideas. We'll just work out all of the images. Just block it all out. I always do that. If I was smart, I'd get some hotkeys going so I can rapid switch without having to go press any of those side buttons. So I'm just going to straighten this out. So I know between this point and this point, I'm going to connect a curve, an arc for that. Turn down the music just a little bit so it's there, but not too bad. You can always turn it back up. Okay, so this does have a little curve to it. A little angle. A little bit more. Too much. You know what? That's actually pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and combine these three. Boom. Beautiful. Then we'll come in here, start working on this. So this is good at making like little half circles. Just gotta make sure you, if you want straights afterwards, that you go back and fix your points. Nope, don't like that. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and straight combine that. Yep, it's gonna look fine. Boom, nice curved. It's got a little bump here, but see how it's not completely straight right there. So we'll just check the points, see why that's looking funky. Better. Pull this up just a tad so that the flow is a little bit better. Same thing here, we'll just pull that up a little bit. There we go. Now looks a little bit better. There's a lot of stuff you can get away because it's going to be tiny, so you're not going to see a ton of inconsistencies, but it definitely helps to go through and fix those. Especially for me, they bother me. Path. There we go. Lock out. Done. Save up here. Go to that point. Go to this point. Nice smooth arc. Perfect. There we go. So while we're here, we've got that stock on there. We'll go ahead and do these two things as well, because they're kind of on that same plane, 3D plane. It doesn't hurt us to do them on this layer. So you can see this is actually a big cylinder in here, so we're actually going to mess with that a little bit. Try to get it to work out. See if it'll let me do it. I'll have to go back to, yep, there it is. So this pulls out the handlebars in either direction, actually at the same direction, but if we go back and pick one, we can put that back at 0, and that fixes what we needed to fix. Keeps one side straight, keeps the other one with that angle. So then if we come back and select it, then we can mess with making it just right, what we need. See, we got that nice little cylindrical shape here. And it doesn't matter if it goes down into this shape because it's going to be hidden behind the main body. Just one layer above what we've got going on. Question is, do I want to duplicate that or let's just add to it. Some artistic licenses come in here on stuff like that. I know there's a connection there, so I'm going to make this little indentation and then pull that down, and then when I do the details, I'll come through and I'll additive that back in so it looks correct. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. So now we've got cylinder and buttstock all in the same layer. We'll go ahead and we'll add this in here. You can see as you get closer in on the image, it gets more blurry, more pixelated. So it gives you a little bit more room to fudge around with certain things. Okay, so main body. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Paste that there. Pull that in. Does this have an offset? If it does, it's very slight. So let's make it a little bit this way. It gives it the definition between the two. And then we'll build this over top of it afterwards. we're just going to copy and paste these and put these little see if I did it right. Yep, I did. This way they all stay on the exact same line and they don't get off from each other. Then what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll just minus each one. Nope, did it wrong that time. See, depending on which one's on top, I wonder if I can do them all at the same time. Range, bring to front. So this is on top of that, so this will cut out that. Let's just see if it works. All of them. Cool. So now we have that rail, the Pickaninny rail on there. That's good. I'm just going to make that. Make that black. Yep. Works. And then we'll build this piece over top of it. Let's see. I know it goes down here because there's another piece that goes and connects underneath. So I'll just go ahead and keep it white for now. Go up here so we keep our square going correctly. Okay, so I need to know, it doesn't matter because it's going to go down below. So we're good. So I know this goes here. But I know that this goes on top. Range, bring to front. Okay. So I have this. It actually shows it as black, but we'll do gray. This way they stand out from each other there. Okay, so now we're going to make this curve. So you can see that it has a slight angle to it because you can see inside partial, like the two sides of the reticle here, right? That's what making that U-shape lip. But in order to make that work, you'd have to guess that the gun was slightly turned sideways, which it looks like it's pretty straight on. Everything looks like it's pretty straight. That might bump out, shows, and that might be, I might have to fix that later and just make that completely straight because I don't think that it bumps out. It's just a optical illusion of the 3D warping of the image, flattening of it. So that's what we're doing, is we're flattening it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight from here to here, and then we'll come up, and then we'll make just a slight angle there. So we'll go ahead and just cut this. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just kind of arbitrary how we think it should look. And the same thing, we'll just do reductive though. Boom. Sights. See? Just sitting right up there. We just got rid of some of the three-dimensionality of it, that's all. Okay, so there we have a block out. Slight details, curves. Might need to come down and fix that because that looks funky. Sides, a little bit of detail there, but nothing much yet. So we'll add shadows and colors and stuff like that to all of this. Let's see how we doing over here. Sweet. All good. No, that looks okay. So what I think we'll do is we'll go back up to this layer. See, I've got a point here. Let's add point there, point there, point there, point there. So now we can see all these little fun little points. Wrong one. That's the one I want there. That's the one I want there. Let's see, that's got a little curvature to it. So we'll do two curves there. We'll do opposite curves. So we'll give this one a little bump that direction. And then we'll give this one a little bump that direction. And then this kind of looks intentional for that going in there. Yeah, that looks much better. Let's see, what else is on this plane? Should probably bumps out there, here. The trigger should almost be on the same plane as this stuff. I think I'm gonna add a couple things to this. That can be separate. No, not gonna do that. Okay. We're good. We'll go in and work on the trigger and stuff like that on that one layer. Save this. So we'll do an opposite curve here, just a slight one. Then we'll do, find the apex of that one. We're just going to round it off a little bit before we return. Just go ahead and put it up into there. Make that black. Yeah, that's not too bad. That'll work. Okay, so now we have trigger, cylinder, that all in one layer. This back. So that gives all of our, I don't think there's anything else on this level. No. That's above it. That's above it. And we can always come back and when we do details and fix some of that stuff too. Okay, so nothing on that layer. That's the stuff we need to work on next. Some of this fun stuff here. But I think I was gonna fix this too. I'm just gonna put this over top of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and block this out. We can go down here for that. Because this is going to go here, here, around. I think this goes down. Yeah, well, that's what we'll do. Straight, and then we'll loop around. So we're going to need some circles for this. Hold shift. We'll move this up. Connect those two so that they work out right. I'm gonna drag this back just a little bit. That works about good, and then I'll add this piece on later. It's farther down than the rest of this. It looks like we can loop around here. That actually might cut up a little bit, so we might have to. Yeah, we'll adjust that. Work on the rest of this first, though. Bunch of circles here, so. That's gonna come around. Let's just put the right size for that one. Digging the song. Like a very Mario-esque song. Okay, yep. Loop, loop, circle, come back out and around to this piping. And then we're good. Then we'll do a loop here. A little bit bigger. There we go. Up, down. Might even straighten that out a little bit. Just go ahead and combine all those for now. Back to our rectangle. Oops. This might be a little harder to do. There we go. Doesn't look so awkward now. Right there. We'll have to do. Man, that's kind of washed out right there. It's so bright. We have to go here to here and loop around. Just straighten part of it out there because I can't really tell. Looks like there's something here. Something like that. That'll work. Okay, same thing here. I feel like there's an added. Just go ahead and add that. And then we'll cut out for it. Something like that. pink. Move that. There we go. Decent enough. Looks good for my house. Okay, so we actually don't need that line around it. It's dark enough that we're okay. That looks okay. Alright, I'm going to save this real quick and then I will be right back. That's because I had myself muted. I'm back now. I had a phone call in between. I forgot to unmute myself. I can hear the music and not you. You should be able to hear me now. Oh, hi. Ah, there you go. I thought you guys were going to the fair today. Guys, change your mind. Let's go somewhere else. We're going to the Coconut Bowl in a minute. Cool. Well, have fun. Sounds like a good time. Let's see. There was a stabbing there last night? Yeah, maybe not go there. Holy smokes. People get a little bit of 12 people seriously injured? Holy smokes. See, you never know. Crazy world. Crazy, crazy world. I'm glad you guys are going to go do something else that's just as equally fun. Let's see. Is this my news update for the day? You're telling me about the stabbings? Let's go ahead and combine those. Let's see. Just do this. It's quick and easy. Boom. You must have got notified that I was on doing this then. Mom had to work, so I thought this was a good opportunity to get on and do some stuff. So, and when she comes back, we'll go do something hopefully fun this afternoon. Or we'll just hang out and chill. One of the two. You did get notified. I thought so. Got it. Let's put this back around it. I can see him on here. There we go. Bye. Have fun at the coconut bowls. Make sure Grandma and Grandpa buy you lots of cake and ice cream and candies and stuff like that. Hee. Let's see, this is gonna go and back. There we go. Save. Okay, question is, now do I go back in and start doing details? Got most of the main stuff worked out. That. I've got this to do too, but that's part of that block, so that's not too bad. I'll go with the rest of it. Got some line work on it. Nope, now we can just pick and start filling in stuff. So let's go ahead and do the easy stuff first. I love that feature. Just grab that and just make it into a solenoid. So handy. A little hung jury action. Oh, yep, see? Matt knows. Matt knows what's going on. I figured it was appropriate for the new stuff going on to do a little hung jury. Put that up on one of the streams at some point. Figured I had a little time today, so might as well put one of these together. I haven't done I finished the last one. I think I have that one up on stream, but I've got I figure once a month I got to do at least one a month, and then it'll look pretty good. Let's see. Let's go down. Vision of confluence would be more appropriate. Yeah, I think that's on the docket next. I just got one last week, so I'm like, okay, cool. Now I can make that one because I have it. So I gotta own it before I can actually make it in here. Wink. I'm enjoying the hung jury, but even the vision. Now that I've got it, I've run it around a little bit, and I like them both. They feel okay. They don't feel great, but they're okay. Oh, I see. You just got back into D2. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. You're playing on PC though, right? So let's go ahead. Start coloring things the right color. Take. If I remember, you were playing on PC. Crossplay pretty soon, so that'll be fun. I can't remember. I remember doing Vault of Glass early on in Dungeon Protocols, but I can't remember if that was. Remy wasn't there for that one. You might have been there for early on. Might have been even interview. I know Chicken was there. We're working on his light level. Yeah, see, I got my wife into it too. So she's working on a character, and then my son has been playing on PS4, and now he's on PS5 doing his stuff. So yeah, got mini clansmen coming up for. He's like, Dad, when can I join? I'm like, dude, you gotta be at least 16 to join this clan. If Totes is in there, you're gonna need to be 16 for sure. Watts did a ton with you. Yeah, see, I talked to Watts maybe twice, maybe once, but not a whole. I never had like. He was pretty quiet at that point too, still, but yeah, not a whole lot of communications. I know River and Loki were in there for when we did the vault run. I remember doing Crota with him, with both of them. But I don't remember who else was there for that interview and stuff like that, or that run. A long time ago. How is good old Enderprotos? We're doing good. We've got a good chunk of members going. Doing whatever little expansions we can, getting friends, family, and stuff like that to join. My sister-in-law just joined our clan and started playing with her new husband and stuff like that, and doing all kinds of stuff like that. But just doing the same old, trekking along, taking care of each other, kind of stuff. Waiting for crossplay so we can add people from PC and PS4 or PS5, PlayStation, so we can play with those people and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. Yeah, it's still like it's still a fun game to mess around and do stuff with, but it's definitely one that like I don't play a ton of time by myself in. Every once in a while, if I've got a time, I'll jump in and do some things, but uh, I'd rather hang out and do stuff during like clan night and stuff like that, just because it's more fun to hang out with people and mess around. So I take it easy. I take it slow. Take my time. Don't rush through stuff. Try to be a good clan dad to everybody, best I can. Let's see. Pull this down here. Let's see. That's gonna go to black. That's gonna stay gray. How have you been doing? I've seen a few posts from you on Twitter and stuff like that, but not too many. Invested. I went from 1100 to 13 to do Vault of Glass in a week and a half. Holy smokes! Yeah, that's a that's a lot. That's impressive. I got a few people that have done that, especially on the PC, where they've really just ground out stuff to get where they need to be. Let's see. Look what we got here now. It's not bad. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Missed it. Let's just go ahead. Just Take all those. Get rid of those outlines. There we go. Let's see. Pre-roll ads are on and ad break to disable. Run an ad break to disable them. You might be seeing an ad right now, I'm not sure. Give me a chance to save. What do I want to do here? Just go ahead and do it. White. Let's go ahead. Just go ahead and do these details real quick. Then it'll clean it up. I'm gonna give it slightly more dimensionality. I'll have to pick some better colors at some point, but yeah. Definitely do not like, what is this color? Let's take that and put it on it, see what it does. I mean, it's alright. It's this one. Let me see. I'll have to push this in. No, I don't want that. I want this one. Yeah, I guess those are the colors-ish. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. Those colors will work. That'll give me a color palette, and then I can work off of that. 70%. Lock that up. Because I'll have to do the same thing for these colors too, so I can have them. Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and make this one that color. And then let's see. We want to add slight brightness to it. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll work. And then we'll add this little white. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and duplicate that. And then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and make it white. Then just go ahead and go ahead and minus that. Bring this one to the top, front. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. I got a little color change variance here, so we'll do those as well. What I should do, you know what? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it. Do the same thing again. Copy there. And then we'll make it darker. Yes. And then we'll do the opposite. Let's cut out all this stuff. Bring this back to the front. Front. Perfect. And then what we'll do is we'll add this little detail line in here because we have a shadow from this bad boy coming in. Let's see where, there you are. Where are you, bad boy? There you are. I hit it. It's got to be out there, doesn't it? So there's got to be another point in there somewhere. No, there he is. Nope, we don't want that color. We want that color. Yep, there we go. There we go. There's a little nastiness out here. Just pull that down so it covers. Just cover that too. There we go. probably do black, kind of continue on. I should have done, but I don't like doing that as much. There's a shadow idea that you can do where you put them over and then you put an effect on it. And it works, but it doesn't change it exactly the way I want it to be, so. Don't like to do it if I don't have to. I'd rather keep the control over it, because now I have this nice three-dimensionality of the shadow for that. That works good. Now I'll add this one in. See, there's a nice curvature shadow there too. What we'll do, go way down here. Go up to here. There. And then we'll come way down here. I always pick the wrong color for that. There we go. Slight white line there. Off color line. That'll work. That'll work. I could do that black shadow in here too. Probably come from in here. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, it's so hard to tell. It's got to be making a shadow in. So if we've got light, this much light here, then it's got to be making a dark shadow on that piece too. Question is how much? Just gonna, a little artistic license here, just gonna go for it. Let's see, let's push that. Let's go here, let's go there. Let's go ahead and make that black. Yeah, see, it's way too thick there. Yeah. So what I'll probably do is I'll take these ones. I might not be able to do that one. Let's just take all three. Actually, let's put this color here, but then let's darken it down to like a 90% fill. There we go. Now it's not as harsh of a black on it. It looks better. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, that's looking good. Beautiful. And that's how we're going to flatten all this down. Just like that. How long we've been going? About an hour and 30. We got some more time. See, if we're here, might as well do this. Then we can do this. What else is in this layer? That's in this layer. That is not. It's just those 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Oh, trigger 4. But that might just stay as is. I don't think that has much. No, it does. It does have some shadow on it, so we'll work on that too. Okay, so let's do that. So we're gonna have to make some lines here for the cylinder. It's more of a metallic silver color, so I know I've got this. I've got a blackout. Just go ahead and do that. Paste. Remove that. This will be, let's go in there like that. That'll work fine. Question is, see, those are 2 little inset lines. So let's have some fun with this. When I say fun, I mean my kind of fun. No, I don't want to. I want to. Which one is it? There it is. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, because I didn't have it selected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 points right where I think those little lines go in. Just like that. And then what I'm going to come do is I'll find those 3 points. I'm just going to make a little indentation with them. Not a big one, just a little one. There we go. And then this way when I curve my shadows and stuff in here, it'll work out just fine. So we'll go down here, come up. Let's do that one. Let's do this one. Zoom out to see where it comes through at. Give or take. So a lot of this stuff is like guesswork, like understanding what the shapes are and that how certain cuts and stuff work on objects. and then just kind of guessing what would look just about right. Back out 2 more. What's up, puppy? Do you need to go outside? I can let you outside real quick. Let me save this, and then we'll be right back with a short break, and then I'll be back with some more. Here, we're back. Puppies is outside now. She's happy. Okay. So we've got... So because this is a cylinder shape, we've got 3 things happening here. So we've got the base color, which is fine. Got these guys with their angles. And then we've got the brights, the midtones. Well, I guess this would technically be shadowish, and then midtone here. You have 3 different colors, and like chrome metallic colors, or anything chrome or metallic, is hard to do just because it splits these into so many different. Whereas if you look like the rest of the gun, since this is a white flat, you've got shadow, the main flat, and then the bright white. Those are your 3 colors that split this. This has 3-ish, 4-ish colors in it, give or take. Some will have 5, 6. It just really depends on what the what's going on with the image and how complex you want to make it. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Just depends on the scenario, what's going on. These need to be down here. Right there. So it's more angle than it shows. Which means this probably has more angle than it shows as well. Pull this in, pull that out. That could be a little bit better. give or take. Which means this one's going to have to change a bunch too. I don't pull the whole thing. Might be enough. We start getting into the details, that's when you have to start making more adjustments to everything. Really work at it. Swapping back and forth helps a lot. Something's still off about it. There we go. Feels better. This might need to be moved. No, those look pretty on. We could go out just a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, feels better. Okay. Feels good. Doom, 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 doom. Feels good. Probably can't sing that on Twitch. Okay, let's just start. Let's make that white. Down in here. We'll check out how this looks here in a second. Okay. Yup. It's about good. And then we'll do, because this will be, this should almost be the darkest, and I should leave that and that the same. That's what I should do. So what we'll do, copy, we'll paste it, and then we'll take, move this down there. And then we'll make this color, darken it down. Is it already darkened? Range, bring front. That's the same color as that, but I want this to be color is this. I want that to be darker. Spook. Righty. It's not bad. Like one more to do on that side. Make it look the same. Copy, paste. And then what we're going to do is pull this down. Yeah. And we're going to try to match that arc. Pull this down here. Similar thing we'll do. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one again. Try to get that arc down to where that is. Then we're going to pull that color onto there. This time what we're going to do is we're going to arrange, send backwards until the white pops up, like so. There we go, and it kind of looks like a cylinder. And it's got those 3 tonality shifts. It's kind of how the cookie crumbles. There we go. I got to fix that too. Blurry. See how it gets really dark over here. So I might have to put, oh, you know what that is? And I need to put it on there too. It's a little cap. That's what I was struggling with. So there's a cap there. Gotcha. So I got that right. I just need to range, bring to front. Mess with that a little bit better. I can see it. It's kind of straight. I might have to. Let's scrap that one. Just make our own. See, I want to come down here. Maybe something like that. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's bring that up there, though. This one. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a shift here. But what I'll need to do is I'll need to add another point. There we go. What did I just do? There we go. Do I have white that flows out there? I do. But it can actually go down further. That works. Sweet. That looks good. That one could be here, but darker on the bottom side, just to show that it's round. But it's not. It's not overly necessary, but let's move that so it's in line with. Wait, I've got 3 colors there? Why is that at 70%? What else is... Oh, no. Is all these at 70%? No, that's 100. That's 100. That's 100. Weird. I don't know how I did that, but I did somehow. Oh, I got it. That was the background color. That was fucking up. And definitely have to make that more silver. Let's see. No. 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 I don't know what that was. Hmm. That. Hmm. I need to find a newish color for that. Maybe that color will work. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this on there. Then we're gonna make it. Nope. Nope. This one. Color over there. We're gonna go even dark. Oops. No, that's right. Make that darker. And then we'll take that color there. Put it there, there. Yeah, looks fine. Let's leave that there, but add. There we go. Feel better about that now. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's looking better. Okay, so we have 2 things done on that. Let's go ahead and work on this one. And actually, I need to pull. Nah, because that's way darker than everything else. So I'm going to have to just start a new color pool for this, with this, everything like that. So that'll be, main body will be mostly white, which is what I have already. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and lock that down. Let's get rid of that. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. I need it. Let's see, it's pulling it really blue. And it's definitely more gray than it is blue, for sure. That'll be okay. Okay, so let's select this. Let's drop this down. Drop this down straight. Just make that straight across. Let's move this here. Move that there. Can't see it because it's all behind the. That's fine. That is fine. Let's go ahead and make 2 circles. Let's make those dark. Other things like the white's gonna blend out when I need to do. This way, when I take this off, I can actually see what it looks like altogether. Perfect. So now I can actually see what's going on. I'm just going to lock that layer because I'm not going to do anything to it. That rail, Picatinny rail, has a little shadow in it, but I don't know if it's worth doing. I don't think it's worth doing. It's pretty tiny. Okay, the trigger is the only other thing on this layer. So we'll go ahead and work on that real quick. You know what I'm gonna yeah, let's do that. Sometimes you just have to get the points down and then go back and adjust them all to make it work correctly. Photoshop or Illustrator is interesting in that way that like it does those convex or converse angles, curves when you just put the point down. That's not necessarily always what you want. And there's probably a way to adjust that or fix that. I just don't know exactly how to do that. Okay, so is that its own? We're going to have to make that its own independent color because that's going to kind of mix with these colors. So let's go ahead and bounce that out of here. Let's just pull the color from, ooh, that's blue. That's way blue. It's getting brighter blue. It's not going to work the way I want it to. Let's see. Let's add some more blue to that. A little more purple. Okay, let's make that color. See, up against black it looks okay, but when it goes that color, it's way too blue. Definitely not the color I want. Let's take out the blue. Let's take out the purple. Greenish. That's okay. Nope. Again. There we go. Let's see. That should be okay. Okay, so what I'll do is make that darker, and then I'll add another detail there for. Yep. I'll make this one a much better curve. There we go. This will be different, so that'll have a 3 color as well. Even though those two look very similar. Should definitely be closer to that black color. There we go. Looks kind of odd, but it's okay. It'll work. See, we're at the 2 hour and 10 minute mark. We got most of the little details done. This, and the back stock here. Still got a lot of. We'll do all the rest of the pieces, and then once we're done with that, I'll go back through and I'll add the symbolage and the words and stuff like that, because those will have opacity on them so that they bend correctly on top of things. But I gotta go through and add all this detail line work, this safety switch. That's the magazine. That's design work because of the dead orbit, so that'll come afterwards. Bunch of the little stuff. I think this section here and this section will be the next moves. And those are these two. Yep. This one's going to be fun because it's going to have all these little divots and stuff in it. I'll have to figure out how to make. Got some details with these round circles and stuff like that I need to figure out. I believe they're purple in the game. Ish. Purplish. Okay, so there's one. And then we'll scale. It's fine. Copy, paste. Transform. Scale again. This time we'll go. Yeah, about far. Paste. Scale. Okay. 1, 2, 3 of those. Little beans. Let's transform, let's rotate. Let's make it a little bit smaller. No, not like that. I don't know if it'll let me make it smaller just because it's already at its max for that radius. Didn't think so. I have to transform, scale it. There. Yeah, that'll be perfect. I'll have to double check in the game to see if it's purple or what color it actually is. I'm not sure. Or if it's a bluish color, because it's not a purple per se. Let's see, it's right there. Circle, yep, that works perfect. So I'm gonna have to get another. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. I know it is. I keep doing that. Thought I had another smaller one there. I do. It's just not the one on top. Object, range, bring to front. Okay, so now when I scroll over it, I can see it. So now I'm going to do a very similar thing over here. This one's easier to see. It's a little bit more defined on that. It's not as bright with all this brightness in the way. Okay, that looks good. Transform. Let's go ahead and scale that down. Do it again. Copy, paste. We'll scale that down. Just going ahead and fixing the centering on it too, because the centering is a little off. Okay, so let's do a thing here. Let's go blue. Let's pick this one. Let's pick this color. This one. Oof, that's bright. Okay, what did I do? What did I do here? It's not bringing up my... That's why, because I'm being an idiot. That actually doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty good. Quite happy with that, surprisingly. Sometimes you just get it right. You just never know. So this will have details on it, like these shadows and stuff that'll have to come in and work with those rings. This has a pretty bright, because that's the source of light there. This is not the source of light. This is just a metallic, kind of like this cylinder is. And actually, I should probably use those colors for... I should probably use those colors. That's what I should do. Let's see. Let's go base color this. Let's put this color, because I think that's white. I don't know if I want white. Maybe I do. So pull that down for here. Let's pull the rest of that in there. As bright as it can be. Oops. This one. Something like that. Let's see, I've got a circle here. A little yellow. A lot of details in this one section here. Yellow there. Let's see. I'm gonna have to change that color. It's not supposed to be black. It's supposed to be like a bluish purplish color. Let's see if I can pull. Whoa, that went way blue. A lot bluer than I wanted it to be. Can we get rid of that? Not anymore. That's there. There. Gotcha, that's the background. Let's see. Let's do. We'll make it really dark. Did it again. We'll add should almost take the color out. That's what I should do. I think I had it black before. I think that's bluish. It's kind of that. Problem is it's colored because of the brightness of that light that's coming out of that center circle. So it's technically not purplish. It's just because of that brightness that it looks that way. It's a blackish. Like most black, it's got blue tints in it, so it's not always just a flat matte black. So you never know. There we go. I think that's okay. A little bit brighter just because it's closer. And this piping, there's another circle there. Just leave it that color so I can see it for the moment. I feel like there's other bunch of details in here that are going to get lost just because I can't 100% see them. So and that'll have to be okay. So I'm not going to get much of a choice there. That's going to be straight gray. That'll work. So then I can extend that. So what I'll do, I'll select it so that I have the color. I'll do this. Take those two, put them together. Okay. The color goes there. Those two things combine. Let's see what that's going to be slightly bluer. There we go. Block those out. All right. So I got a few hours left on this thing, but probably going to be on here for another 30 minutes, and then we'll be done for the afternoon, and to pick it up another time and keep working on it. But that is the current plan at the moment. Let's come around. That's going to block behind it. That's got some detail in it, which I'm going to have to simplify. Simplify some of this out. Okay, let's do it. You know what? I'm going to go here. It's a little wacky there. There we go. I want to. Man, that shows up pretty bright. Let's do that for now. That'll work. Let's see. Then we've got another one. Let's do that. Yeah, that'll work. That'll show those two separated like that. See, and then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do another rectangle in here. It's going to come down. It's going to be the dark, but we're going to lighten it down about half of what that other one is. And then we're going to take these two, we're going to bring them to the front. Yeah. Then we're going to do something similar. We're going to pull that color. We're going to go, oops, see, you did it wrong. We're going to come down in here. Too far. Do that. Same thing, we'll bring these to front. Question is, what does that outside track look like? Because I've got dark coming in down here now. Down here. Maybe I leave that dark. I put another color on top. Man, that's so hard with all of the brightness of that glowing orb in the middle. It's hard to see what the deal is there. I think we're doing pretty good though. Doesn't have to be perfect. Almost want to make that. There we go. Let's see. This is not the same color as the end, so that's going to be its own color. This still has a lot of that blue in it, so the minor amounts. That's definitely black. Same with the dead orbit. Black, black. That's got a shine to it, so that's not going to be, it's going to be more of a metallic. This is pretty flat. This has got the blue tinge on it. It's gonna be close. Like I feel that color's gonna go there, but it's, oops. Definitely a lighter color, but with yeah, that feels better. Where's that one at? That's this one, right? That's gonna be the same color. Let's darken up our background a little bit so we can see those details a little bit better. It's getting there. Definitely getting there. I'm going to jump around a little bit here because I tend to get bored on certain things. And I'm like, you know what? My brain's not seeing all of those pieces, so let's work on something else that object, transform, scale. Let's not go that small. Let's go there. We definitely want to cut down on those. Make that gray. I can definitely see some of this circle there. Let's scale it up just a little bit. Maybe there, 102. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that'll work. It's definitely like a bright bolt of some kind. Okay, let's copy, paste that. Bring down the color there. What we're going to do just gonna put a little blob right there. It's got a little shine on it. And then what I was thinking of doing, let's go farther. Doing one of these. I'm just gonna scoot around this. do copy. Copy, paste. Bring this one to the front. On top of that. Then what we'll do is we'll grab this color, put it on there. Yeah. There we go. And that'll give it that roundish, buttonish shape that it was kind of looking like. It kind of looks like a bolt, like there's probably some kind of, yeah, some kind of screw design in there. But without being able to tell, that would be hard to discern what the heck that is. Okay, so let's go ahead, copy, paste that. And what we're going to do is just cut it straight across, and maybe do something like that. And then we'll send all this to the back once we're done. Then I got a white piece that goes right across that top. Straight. I say it's white, it's more of just a reflection. That we have to deal with. Okay, that one's good. Let's take some of this out, some of that out. That's fine. Let's go way up there though. See range, send it back. Yeah. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Look at that. We'll go ahead and save that. Alright. What else do we want to work on? I might leave some more of this because this is going to be pretty labor intensive to get that all up in the right place. Got this little bean to do. Put that in the correct layer. This one. Told you I jump around a little bit when I'm doing stuff like this. So that'll work. So I have to color that whole center. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that whole center off-white. What color is this? Let's drop that down. That'll be good. That'll be a good color for that. Let's just go ahead and do that quick. That, that, range, bring to front. Okay, so that's going to be the normal gray color. So what I need to do, I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste it. I'm going to make it darker, and I'm going to offset it. I'm going to make a copy, paste. I'm going to offset it the other direction. I'm going to make it brighter. And then I'm going to send these two. Send backwards. Boom. So I get that little indentation look. Sweet. That looks good. Yeah, that'll work. And what I'll do is I'll add a half-tone shadow on probably the left and the right. I need to add a bigger shadow there for the transition. Yeah. Yep. So what I'll do, that. That'll give me the ability to that's the one I want. Want that out of here. Well, that's kind of got a I got a red color in it. Interesting. There we go. We just have to cool it down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna do another short break real quick so I can take a phone call, and then I'll be right back. Okay. Back. A quick phone call. So. Okay. There we go. It's looking okay. Probably squeeze it down a little bit up here. There we go. It'll make it look a little bit better, a little straighter. So essentially what we're going to do is similar thing. We'll do it over here though. What I might do, there we go. Pull this out and this up a little bit so that I can get a little bit more of a radius on that one. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to add a point here. There we go. And then we'll just add a shadow line down here. That's what I thought. I'm going to have to make that one. Well, it is darker than that one, but it's... I can make it much darker, but I don't know if I want to make it much darker. Yeah. Just like that. I'm okay with that. Sweet. So, we're going to go ahead and save this, and then with that, we are going to wrap up our stream for this afternoon. Thanks for dropping by. I saw Mr. Jerf was here, and I am Mattman. Thank you guys for coming by and watching for a little while. Hopefully, I'll be back sometime in the next week or so with the finishing this up, and then we can get it up on the stream, and you guys can see it when we're doing our clan nights. So, thanks for joining me. I'll be back next Friday for sure for the Dungeon Protocols Clan Fam weekly stream. So in D2, not sure what we'll do, but we'll definitely be back. So have a good afternoon and bye.